Doug Callahan, the township trustee, used to be the fire chief before he retired actually, and became the trustee for the township. The township is the funding source for the new fire stations. We work in conjunction with the city in funding a number of different operations, the parks and public safety, and we're at the point now in the township where fire stations need to be replaced, they need to be rebuilt, a training center is very necessary, and so this is a really exciting day, not only just for the fire department, for the whole community to see that as we see the needs, that the township board is there to step up and help take care of them.
Before we mobilized to the site this morning, last week we had all the utilities disconnected, and while that was going on, we had labor crews come in and remove all the universal waste from the inside, which are all the fluorescent bulbs, light bulbs, battery backups for exit lights, any chemicals. We had the Freon recovered from the air conditioners, anything that is labeled as special waste must be taken out of the building prior to the demolition, so only C&D materials go to the landfill. We're going to start with the 210 excavator with a thumb machine, and we're going to start demolition of the high bay area where the truck's parked, and then we'll proceed into the living quarters. They'll start by stripping the brick off because the brick can go as clean fill. Then they'll start doing the structural demolition and sorting the materials. The metal will go to OmniSource to be recycled, and all the C&D material, the trash, debris will be going to Waste Management in Danville. It should take them about 1 day to get the majority of the building on the ground. Then our roll-off trucks will start, and we'll start sorting the materials and taking them to the various recycling centers and landfills. The excavator is equipped with a thumb on it instead of just a bucket like for digging in the ground, and so that aids the operators in sorting through the different materials. They can actually pick up a piece of 1/2-inch conduit with the thumb and the bucket, so they'll sort the materials using the thumb machine bucket. All the brick, concrete, and asphalt will go to be recycled, and then the trash just goes to the landfill. We try to limit any exposure to handwork. We try to do as much as we can with the machines, just from a safety standpoint. When you're handling material, you have a chance for cuts and broken toes and things like that, so we try to do as much of the demolition process as possible with the machines. Some of the insulation and some of the lighter stuff will be picked by hand to keep it out of the clean fill materials that are going for recycling, but the majority of the demolition will be done with the excavator and a skid steer. We'll also spray water throughout the duration to cut down on any fugitive dust. Per IDEM regulations, we can't have dust leave the site, so we get a meter from the city of Carmel hooked to the fire hydrant and spray water continuously to cut down on the dust. The demolition process is slated to last no longer than 5 days. So today's Monday, we should be wrapped up and demobilized by the end of the day on Friday. The last thing that we'll do is remove the hardscape surfaces, the asphalt, the concrete slabs and foundations, and on this particular site, all of the trees go as well, because the new fire station is pretty much encompassing the whole site. Demolition contractors were green before the term green was being used, because anything that we do not have to send to the landfill saves us money. So as a matter of economics, we were recycling long before anybody else was. We can recycle clean brick and concrete and asphalt. The asphalt will go to one of the local asphalt plants and be turned into millings and reused as asphalt. The concrete is taken to a clean fill site where more than likely it'll either be used to fill in a ditch or a lake, or it'll be crushed and reused as backfill material for future building projects.
I had the wonderful option a couple of weeks ago of going around with the fire chief and looking at the different areas that we were going to be building, remodeling, and it was very exciting because I actually went in the office at the fire station and looked through the plans, and they talked me through all the building and why things were put the way they were put on the plan, and every effort was made to save the township money and to utilize things that are in the fire station now that they were able to put into the plans to be in the new fire stations. When we were on our tour of the different stations, I was able to hear from them the different things they're recycling from the stations as they come down or are being remodeled. Hinges, bolts, doors, the coil, the fiber optics that come in to the station for the communication. It was just fascinating because they've made every effort to save money and build the best possible facility that will go forward for the next 50 years.